Hi, this is Rob Holliday, head coach for the 2010 ODP boys in Massachusetts. I'm going to walk you through the process of filling out your ODP player self-evaluation for the spring 2022 season. You'll receive it in an Excel format. We do recommend you open it in Excel so that when you type into the document, it is able to auto-populate from this table on the second tab into the wheel evaluation radar graph on the first tab. So first thing I'm going to do as I get in there, I'll type in my name, my age group, and the date that I first fill out the form. I'm now going to go in and save it at this point as well. So I click File, Save As, and I'm going to put my name, age group, and self-evaluation as the title of the document. Please make sure you include your full name when you're saving the document. Okay, I'm now going to click onto the second tab, the evaluation tab. And again, fill out my name, my age group, and the date. And now I'm going to start looking down the bottom of this table. There's a scale. Now this scale is really important. The scale is from 1 to 4. If you score yourself between a 3.5 and a 4, you consider yourself national pool level. If you can score yourself between 3 and a 3.5, regional pool level. Anywhere between 2 and 2.9, state team level. So that is the 18 players in most age groups who would be selected to participate in intra-regional events. And then below 2 would be a state pool or lower level. You're going to give yourself a score between 1 and 4 for each of these components of the game. Okay, you'll see that US Soccer has split it into 6 key qualities of a world-class player. These are then further split into smaller sections. For example, within the key quality of player takes responsibility and accountability of their own development and performance, you'll give yourself a score for focus. So between 1 and 4 for focused, am I involved and engaged in every game and practice? So I'm going to really take a long look at how well I think I focus and my level of engagement in games and practices. Now, I don't think this is one of my strongest components of my game. It's an area where I would like to improve. I wouldn't consider myself lowest in the group. So I'm going to give myself a score in the low 2s. You can use up to 1 decimal place. So here I will give myself a score 2.2, I think is appropriate for focus. You're going to go down and give yourself a score for each of these individual components. Please make sure that you read the definition as applied by US Soccer, because some of them may not necessarily be what you initially think. For example, physical awareness. Under the player executes with optimal physical abilities, player demonstrates physical awareness what their body can do. That doesn't mean how quick, how strong you are. It's how well you're able to recognize your strengths and weaknesses physically compared to your peers, and how well you utilize them to your advantage. So I'm not particularly quick, but I am very strong. So I think I use that very well to my advantage. So I'm going to put myself at regional pool level for that. Okay. Overall, younger players should mostly be scoring themselves on the lower side because they don't necessarily know the competition level at a regional or national pool. Those players who've been involved in that process in previous years for ODP are going to be a lot more aware of what it takes in each of these components in order to make a regional or national pool, or to even make the 18 players selected for the state team. There are some components where naturally you are going to score lower than others. For example, technical proficiency, you're probably not going to be at national level, or 99% of the players in our program may not be at national level yet. However, competitiveness, mental toughness, those are areas where we may consider players in the ODP pool for Massachusetts on a par with those who are making the national pool. Once you've been through and given yourself a score in all of these sections, I'm just going to quickly demonstrate now. Making sure I score always between 1 and 4. I can now move over to the first tab, and there I can see my radar graph. Right, just like in FIFA, for those of you who play FIFA, this is going to show a relative scale of my strengths and weaknesses. So for example, I think I'm really good with technique, but I lack confidence. So when I'm discussing with my coach and I'm going through my individual and personal development plans, I'm really going to touch upon, coach, what can I do in my own time to help develop my confidence? What tools can you help provide me with? What goals should I be setting? I'm going to save again, and then please send this completed Excel sheet to your team manager prior to the first outdoor session, which takes place on Monday, the 18th of April. Thank you very much.